do an intro? Or do you
No,
want me to?
no.
Alright.
They should know. They should know the format by now. If they if they don't, they're not welcome on the website. That's right. That's right. I'm chasing away potential viewers and fans because I'm an asshole.
Well, yeah. So this is our latest edition of VG Rum Podcast, and that was the most terrible intro ever.
Yeah.
Um, and Andy and myself, we are flying as the dynamic duo because Jake had to go to bed.
He's MIA. Yeah, he put on his big boy pants and
Yeah.
he's gone to bed.
So yeah, it's the 27th of May, just to get a date out there. So if you're listening to this like 3 months from now, no,
9:40
you're wrong.
9:40 p.m.
9:40 p.m.
He
internet
went
time.
to he went to bed at 9:40 p.m.
So yeah, we haven't done anything for a while with VG Romp, and
Yeah,
we do apologize to all three people who've probably viewed our blog in
I
the
don't.
last year.
I have no regrets.
God damn it. But yeah, due to work schedules and Andy's at uni, and I enjoy sleeping. No,
Yes, you
yeah,
do.
I'm on contract at work, and it's just weird hours, and I've only
Uh,
just kind of gotten used to it and rewrapping my schedule around that bad boy.
the point is, we're here now. We're back, and
With a
mi
vengeance,
we're gonna mildly entertain you for a while,
and then
and
you'll
then,
get bored of us and throw us away
yeah,
like the 15-year-old to your 50-year-old rich man.
man, that was okay. Well, yes,
Okay.
anal penetration.
I was reading today, and I watched this video. Basically, they were talking about The Witcher 2,
Uh-huh.
and have you've played The Witcher 2, yeah?
No, I've never gotten around to it.
Well,
Like, I have such a huge back catalog of games.
don't we all?
Don't we all?
Thanks to Diablo 3,
We've all
I will
been
now
there,
never
right,
play any.
guys?
I will never finish LA Noire now because I own Diablo 3.
Which is a shame. I want you to see how much Cole is just a really shitty detective.
He kind of is.
Oh
Like
no,
you can
he.
kind of tell now. It's just like, huh? Well, this is a knife covered in blood. I guess that's relevant to the case, and then puts it down.
No, he's a shitty, like in the flashbacks, shitty soldier, becomes a detective, cheats on his wife, shitty husband. It no, he's not a good person,
And
which is
that Team Bondi is why he got underpaid. That's why everything bad happens to you.
to be fair though, I like him as a character because he's just like so just horribly flawed, but not in like exciting ways. It's just really just the minutia of being a normal guy. Just yeah, I do my job half-assed. Oh yeah, I let the bad guy get away. Well, shit. Um, he really, to me, he really looks like a person who could really be a cop, and I like that. A really
Yeah.
incompetent, bad, douchey cop.
And I love like every time they bring up the war, he's like one of those typical like I don't want to talk about it, man. This is some dark times, and then they show you a flashback anyway, and it's like he didn't want to talk about it. I don't want to hear about it. Just let me solve crimes in a very poor and linear way.
It also it annoyed me that with the flashbacks though they really didn't add to the story or anything.
Yeah,
Like it didn't even character build. They just kind of flash back. Here he is. Okay, let's go back now.
he fought in a war.
This man is your friend. He fights for your freedom. Oh yeah.
Or does he?
No, he doesn't.
I love no, because I got up to the part where you're on the homicide desk, and you get that like old gruff partner who basically his solution to all things are one of two things: whiskey or punching people. Like,
Eh, to be fair though, the game is set in the 50s, and that's what everyone did back then.
and just every time there's like a mission where you have to, it's like a lady and she does something like the one with the actress or whatever,
Yeah, another one. Yeah,
and he's just like, you know what? Somebody should just punch that bitch into her place, and I'm just like, whoa, okay.
yeah. Is this Have you gotten up to the desk where you get that Flash Hollywood uh sidekick guy?
No.
No, yeah. Well, later on in the game, you progress and you're in stationed in Hollywood on the I think the Vice desk.
Yeah.
and your partner is just the biggest douche. He
Wait,
just
is he that guy who keeps on like popping in intermittently, and then he, like at the end of your first big bust, he takes you to that club, walks in, slaps a woman, and then leaves, and then that's the end of the cutscene?
no, he's the guy who does that and then calls a black guy a nigger, then keeps walking.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he's yeah, he's just the biggest fuck.
Oh yeah.
Just he's just
And like Cole doesn't do shit. Like he spends all this time going on like, I'm a good guy. You know, everybody should try and be awesome. Why can't
yeah,
we just be nice to each other? And then he just walks in. Don't ever touch me again with your filthy nigger hands. And then just Cole's just like,
yeah, yeah, pretty much. No, no, he does that to the black guy. Then he goes up to the woman, he slaps her and calls her like a Nazi whore because she's German. And then he walks out and Cole, yeah, just standing there. Yes, I am a police officer. Good day.
I have a hat.
You know I have a hat because I'm from the 50s. Ooh, a martini. Now,
What were we talking about?
I have no,
Oh,
I
okay.
have no idea.
Witcher 2.
Oh
Now,
yeah.
Witcher 2, this video really opened my eyes because I haven't finished it yet. I haven't done my first playthrough, but so much of that game is it brought a whole new level to how your choices influence the game world and the gameplay because it was showing like split screen visions of like certain choices that you made. They take you on a completely different stories. B, they change like some of the backdrops and some of the way that the scenery and levels are designed because certain events don't happen or some events do happen. And
Hmm.
I think the guy, like, because the level designer, they had an interview with the level designer, and he said there's something ridiculous, like 18 different endings to that game.
Quick
And
question.
yeah,
Um, can you have gay sex in it, uh, have kids, and then like nothing comes of that? No? Oh well, well, I guess it's still not quite as good as Fable 2, is it? No, sir. No, sir.
you're the Cole Phelps of fathers in Fable 2, though, aren't you?
I never played Fable 2. I, I played Fable 1 and I'm like, this did not deliver anything the Molyneux told me it would.
Wait, whoa, whoa, whoa. Peter Molyneux over exaggerating things that he can deliver in video games. Where have
He's
I
like,
heard this before?
yeah. Yeah, that's a good thing Jake isn't here right now because well, I don't know if we defend him, but he definitely say things. And then I have to talk about those things.
Ideas are magical. I'm British. That those are the
Uh,
two things that Jake says.
oh, he also talks about EVE Online. No, all right, he's not here, you know? No.
We shouldn't kick him while he's not here.
No,
We
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 should.
can do that in
It's,
person.
you're
Okay,
right. All right.
everybody who's listening, Jake plays Eve Online. Next time you see him, just mention all the spreadsheets. He loves those things.
You know the only person listening right now is going to be Jake. Cause he's not doing the podcast, so he wants to know what we're talking about.
He wants to know. It's like that awkward moment where like you put your phone down, but you haven't hung up on the person, and you're just like, man, Jake just called me, and he is such a bitch. I just hate that guy.
Uh,
That's the equivalent. And
it,
then you
that,
just see him next time he tries to like draw it out of you in a really subtle way, and then by the end of the conversation he's screaming, "You don't like me!" and then runs out of the room with tears in his eyes.
I know exactly what you mean. That's never happened to me once in my life.
But you know exactly what I mean, which is the only thing that really matters.
Um, we should probably finish talking about The Witcher 2
Yeah.
at some
Anyway, so
point.
I thought about. I mean, I think it's probably the one of the best innovations of choices in a game. Like, I mean, Mass Effect was okay with its like renegade paragon thing, but at the end of the day, it was either you walk up to an alien, my kids are missing, and the two options were one, find your kid, two, punch him in the face. Like,
If it was a girl alien, sometimes you could sleep with her as well. And
blue alien roleplay.
in the end, I think those are the only choices we need. Punch, help, screw.
We should make an RPG. We'll make
Oh,
tens
we
of
should.
dollars.
Reddit is a thing. Yeah. Um,
Tens
we'll
of dollars.
yeah
We're
yeah
just the
no.
idea men, though. We'll need people to
No,
make
no,
the
no.
game.
Yeah, no, we post it on Reddit, right? We get support, okay?
Then
Then
post
we
on
take
Kickstarter.
exactly, boom, done. And here's how we'll market it with shitty rage comics. Reddit loves those things.
No, no, the game should be played out entirely. You remember the game Comic Zone?
Th- I don't think I do.
Okay, basically, I think it was a Mega Drive game, and
Uh,
essentially like each of the it was like a Double Dragon type, like Final Fight type scrolling beat 'em up kind of game. And
okay.
basically every single level is like a different pane of a comic book because this guy gets sucked into the comic book. It'll be that, but it'll be Rage Comics,
Wait,
and it's like an
so
RPG.
it's it's like Take on Me video.
Yeah, kind of.
Fuck yeah. All right, I'm okay. I'm more than okay
With
okay.
Christopher Walken can voice all the characters.
All right, the only soundtrack will be that song played on a constant loop, but
It's it's
it's
a
played at
German
the exact
instrumental.
no, it's played at the exact same volume as all the voice dialogue in the game.
We don't know how to make a video game, do we?
We'll learn. We'll learn while we're doing it. It's fine.
But yeah, so where like how would you say do you enjoy having that sort of level of detail into what choices you make in a video game, or are you happy to just sort of
No,
go,
I enjoy choice. Speaking as a man who lives in a free Western democracy, I enjoy choice,
comrade?
comrade.
Ah, you crazy Russian bastard.
Uh, no, I mean, it depends though. Like, there's nothing wrong with a game being linear if the linearity is done right.
Yeah,
Um,
so like Uncharted, kind of. You haven't played Uncharted. That makes absolutely no sense to you.
no, I'm aware of how it plays though. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's basically a movie, and then it's like an interactive movie more than anything.
Yeah. Well, no, I think
Like in the good sense of
Azura's Wrath. Azura's Wrath.
ah, no, that's a
That's
cutscene. That's even worse. But you know why? Because at least Uncharted, it gets the interactive movie because I mean the level of like writing for the game and the level of design is amazing. Asura's Wrath is just one playable cutscene. Like yeah, it looks good, but it's a
yeah.
cutscene, and then occasionally you
See,
just
I
play Devil May Cry, and then you get
Azure
another cutscene.
Azura's Wrath is one of those games that if there was a museum for games, it should be put in there because it is literally um, what if an anime was a video game?
Yeah, I mean,
But
and you know
no,
what?
no, but like literally, it all of the bad things and all of the good things that would come from an anime being a video game are in that game. It is no, it's all of it. It's perfect. I love that. It's they didn't
Yet
change
Naruto has
anything.
70 billion video games.
Yeah.
You know
Yo.
what, though? I think I had this discussion with you at one point as well, and I think the biggest problem with that game is that every single screenshot of it, every single like gameplay video of it, it marketed itself looking like a Devil May Cry style hack and slash.
Yeah.
Devil May
Yeah.
Cry God of War, and then people bought it and then realized it was a big cutscene and went, "Holy crap! God damn it, Capcom!" And then Capcom's like running away with a big sack that has swag written on it, like, and then just runs out the door and slams it behind it. The door falls out of its frame, and then he's just off in the distance.
And then it comes back a couple of months later and tries to sell the people the
Resident Evil
real ending.
6.
No, no, the real ending. Yeah, you remember hearing about that? How Capcom, because in Azura's Wrath, it was the game was set up like episodic content, and
Oh,
then in
are
the
you
end,
serious?
yeah, they tried to like kind of sell the real ending as DLC, and people got pissed off, as they fucking should.
So it's kind of like if the whole Mass Effect 3 thing, they went, you know what? We want more money. $20.
Well, the thing is that with that, it's the ending is free. It's gonna be free. With this one, it's not. Yeah,
God damn it, Capcom. Where did you went wrong? Where
it
did you
was
go
a
wrong?
it
It
was a
was
while back.
like that was a golden era of Capcom. And then they realized, huh, Street Fighter sure is making a lot of money.
I could say something deep and philosophical about nothing lasting forever, but fuck those guys.
But now you just make a penis joke.
Yeah, cocks. I
Ah,
never said it was gonna be a good joke, but yeah. Look, choice in games. I think they're good. There we go. Boom.
yeah, I think
Put that on the box.
they definitely do add like they do add another layer to a very linear games, you know, by
hmm
having that. And even though The Witcher series as an RPG, it's very in depth and it's very complicated. And I personally I find it a bit daunting to play because I find it a bit too convoluted for my liking. But it does add that extra layer of depth in the storytelling and the level design.
Do you think though it's a case of the choices in the game, or maybe it's just the story of the game itself? Because I mean,
Uh,
from what I've seen of The Witcher 2, it it looks like it took. Well, I mean, they market it that way that it took a more mature, you know.
and by that they mean they had a scene where he wakes up with a naked lady.
Yes,
Mature.
yes, mature, yes. Um, I mean, that could be part of the reason why the story feels more. Well, you enjoy the story more because maybe it's aimed towards more your demographic, or it's just. Well, I mean,
I like a good RPG storytelling experience though.
hmm Well, yeah, I can agree with that.
Yeah. Okay, dodging the big issue. Diablo 3. Yeah,
Oh,
that
yeah,
game has come out since we've done our last podcast.
yeah.
My
I
God.
finally bought it as well. Would you
Yeah,
look at that?
you
Yeah.
bought it yesterday. I bought it
Yeah.
2 weeks ago, or whenever it came out. When did it come out? Last week?
I have no idea. In my mind now, everything is just Diablo. It's all just.
Yeah, it's yeah. I will. I have so many games. I bought both Dead Spaces. I have like I still have been meaning to finish the storyline of Skyrim, The Witcher 2. I've got this pile of PS3 games, and then I bought Diablo, and
Uh,
now they are all gathering dust.
yeah. You might as well just burn them. You're, ne you're never gonna pick them up. Just burn them. Well, I am happy though. Originally I was upset that Max Payne 3 comes out on June the 6th on Steam, but now I'm quite happy because of that. Now I got some time.
Don't you have a PS3?
I want to get on PC.
Why?
I got the other two on PC, and it handles really well.
Really? I don't know.
Yeah.
I kind of enjoy third-person shooters a little bit more and console sometimes.
Well,
Most of the time.
I played the other two on PC when I got them.
Fair enough.
So yeah, no, they handled
But
fine.
yeah, Diablo 3, I mean, that game. There is
It's
so much to love about that game that even like the flaws, and I have these like when I'm playing it, I go like, oh, this could be a little bit better, or this could be a little better, and then just like they get just engulfed by this just ball of like love Diablo.
see, I can't help but feel that a lot of the love Diablo is getting is because of the other two games. I mean, like if this game was to
Well,
come out now, just as a standalone thing, and in honesty, given the story that it has in it, it pretty much could.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't see the game being, I wouldn't see it being the fastest selling PC game of all time.
Well, yeah, there is a lot of love for the Diablo franchise, but I mean, even standalone, the game is pretty. Like, I barely remember my experience playing Diablo 2. It was that long ago.
Hmm
And even then, I started playing it late, like well after it had been released anyway. Because I
Yeah.
was over at a friend's house and he had a couple PCs and he's like, "Oh, what do you want to do?" I was like, He's like, "I've got Diablo 2." I was like, "What's that?" "Oh, you're about to find out." But from what I remember, I mean, Diablo 2, their leveling system, and this was the big thing that I thought was great about it because I looked up a few interviews on this as well. The leveling system in Diablo 2, they had points, right? And it was points based, and you can put in different skills and different abilities and
hmm
all that sort of stuff. Diablo 3 has a lot more streamlined approach. So all of your major stats will go up on their own, and then you have set tiers of abilities, like set types of abilities, and then you can choose from like 4 or 5 different abilities for each slot. And it's good because it gives you choice, but it doesn't flood you with like, oh, you can choose like any of these 40.
Yeah, see, I don't know, because like with The Witcher 2, again, the choice. I enjoy having a lot of choice in my RPG. Well, I mean,
We'll see, but
what
there is
what
too much choice.
what Diablo 3 is giving you right now, it's a lot of it doesn't there's no consequence to the choices or the skills. It doesn't feel like I'm building a character because I can swap any of the skills in and out at any time
Yeah,
without any repercussion.
yeah,
And
which I
you
think is
know,
good. It creates
eh.
a more, I suppose, like it's more of a casual game. It's not as hardcore as an RPG, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. Like
No, it's not necessarily a
basically,
bad thing. It's just I prefer that he didn't
it
do
is
that.
because you're playing on normal, yeah.
Right now,
Yeah,
yeah.
because when you
Well,
start the game, you can only play it once through a normal, and
yeah.
then you unlock the nightmare difficulty. Now, I played through with a barbarian. I completed the campaign probably a couple of days ago now,
Uh-huh.
and I started playing in nightmare mode just going because I went through the normal campaign, blasted through. I think I died maybe twice, 2 or 3
Uh,
times. Not too
I've only,
sure, but
I've
very
only
little.
yeah, I've only died once because I alt
Yeah.
tapped out to talk to you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Ru- Yeah,
Eh.
ruined the perfect game. But yeah,
Uh,
so basically, and then I started playing on Nightmare, and I was just like, it won't be that much harder, but I'll get better loot and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, I've already died maybe about 10 times just because it doesn't. It's a very gradual curve, like in the normal mode. Like when you get to acts 3 and 4,
uh-huh.
it does start to get a bit harder, and you have to be careful about where you position yourself because if you get swarmed, you can die very quickly. Um, and especially, and also another thing about the difficulty, as people zoom in and out of your party on your friends list, like if another person joins, the monsters will get harder,
Mm-hmm.
and then as they leave, they get weaker. But Nightmare mode, I mean, this game is all about the replay value, and it has a lot of that for me. Like I'm enjoying it as much my second time as my first.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, the fact that a lot of the levels are still randomly generated, um,
Yeah.
yeah, that adds a lot of replay
So
value.
what class
And
are you playing?
Demon Hunter.
Hunter. Is it as enjoyable as
Well, I
the
mean,
trailer made it look?
out of all the classes, right? Out of all the classes there, Demon Hunter is the one whose vocation, whose job is demon hunting. Diablo is filled with a lot of demons, so I felt it was the best choice of class to play.
Yeah.
And yes, it's not bad.
I absolutely loved Barb, and I mean, Melee should never be that fun. Like, I know it sounds bad to say that, and I love Melee classes, but
No, it just sounds weird.
Melee fighting should not be as fun as that is. Like, it's just ridiculous. Like, you were saying as well, like, you remember playing Diablo 2, and you played Barbarian, you said it
Yeah,
felt kind of repetitive, just click, kill stuff, move on, click, kill stuff.
yeah.
But
Well, I
this one,
mean,
I love. It feels like I've got a two-handed sword, and just every time like I click and he swings at it, just it feels good.
I think a lot of that has to do with the visual eye candy.
Oh yeah,
Uh, oh yeah, the game. Every time you pop something, well, I
I
know
have
with the
my
Demon
ability
Hunter. Yeah, go
makes
on.
everything explode when you kill it. Like if you get a kill with a certain ability, it just explodes and damages everything around it. So there's just bloody giblets everywhere, and just it's amazing. And
Yeah.
but goddamn Blizzard, you guys know how to make a cutscene. Like some of the best looking cutscenes I have ever seen. Like I'm amazed every time.
Yeah, I again though, CJ cutscenes are the devil, so I
Oh, they
try
are the
not to.
devil, but you know
Yeah.
the game's good, so it's okay to enjoy it while you're playing it. See, because you've already bought the game, so even if the
No,
cutscenes are
I
good, the
haven't
game's bad,
actually.
you've already
I
bought it.
haven't. I haven't bought the game. I bought a $70 pass to play on the Blizzard servers. This is
Yes,
the
okay.
yeah.
Big issue. Always online DRM.
Yeah.
You want to talk about the devil? Let's talk about that. There are
Yeah.
no Australian servers, and the best servers you can play on are America. I tried playing on Asia, and it was actually worse for me.
Yeah.
And I think I'm averaging when I think I'm averaging about 290, anywhere between 250 to 290 ping, and
Yeah.
it's just oh god, I hate it. I hate it so much.
I'm about 230, 250, like that.
And you know what the worst thing is? If they do bring in Aussie servers, all the characters that we have now we can't transfer over to the new servers.
They may be able to do a free character transfer thing, I would assume.
They say that, but
Yeah, well, until they do, there's really no
and
reason
also Era
speculating.
37 I didn't find as big a deal. Like I never really got it. I think I got it like twice.
Yeah, well, I mean, you got it when the game came out. I picked it up yesterday, so
Yeah.
by now a lot of that's been
Well, me and
fixed.
three other friends were sitting there like waiting for that 5 o'clock server open, and then we couldn't play for like an hour anyway, and it was like lol.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. Well,
But
I mean, I'm interested to see how the auction house.
yeah, the auction house. I mean, they haven't launched their real currency thing yet.
Yeah,
I think that's coming next month.
yeah.
Because they just pushed it back because they launched it. A bunch of people got hacked and they went, nope, shut it down, shut it down. We're shutting down. And yeah, so they're still working on that again. But the auction house, it's good because all of the gear does have certain levels, but it does feel like it's going to become a bit pay to win. Especially if they bring in the PvP, I feel like it might just become sort of a
Yeah.
you pay to win kind of thing.
Yeah, I don't see the point in it. I really don't. I mean,
I think there's more fun to be found in, well, finding your loot. Like
Yeah. Well, I mean,
finding something
Blizzard.
great is awesome, and you
I,
always find stuff that you just like. Even if you're at a party, like, do you want this? It's for like demon hunters, and you'll be like,
mm,
yeah, it's great. And then you're like, I got a whole thing that needs strength. Here, have that. And
I,
they're
I, ca-
always switching gear.
I can understand if they did the auction house with just in-game currency. Fair enough.
Yeah.
But the fact that they're using real money and then Blizzard takes a cut of all the transactions, yeah, that kind of rubs me the wrong way. I don't know. It just feels like a really,
You know what? Companies are always going to try to make money. I think
yeah, yeah.
that's
But it feels like they're just trying to, milk water from a stone at this point. Like we bought the game, we're clearly invested in it, and it's a kind of it doesn't feel. I don't know. Maybe this is just me. It doesn't feel like they're doing it for the players' benefit. It feels like they're doing it because they can, because they know there is some money to be had in it.
well, yeah. I mean, it's kind of like advertising. I mean, I think as long as they can make money from it, people always come up with ideas
Yeah.
like that. Like, I mean, did you see Sony have patented in-game advertising?
Yeah,
Think like the YouTube ads.
I remember Jake hearing him talk
Yeah, and
about it. Yeah.
he bitched about that to me because we've been having this big discussion about, you know, on iPhone how they've got that little like it's like a logo quiz game, and basically it's just a whole bunch of different logos, and you just guess whose logo it is.
Yeah, yeah.
Not a big deal. It's like it's just one of those things you get, and then you're
The
like, 30 seconds of fun. Okay, I'm done. Delete.
the game that proves to you have been brainwashed by mass media. Yeah.
Oh God, here we go. No, it's just ridiculous. He had this like big thing. He's like, it's invasive. You knowing what it like, you recognizing brand names is like sinning against something. He went on this big spiel about how advertising is horrible and that they shouldn't do it, and you recognizing brands is a terrible thing. But consumerism is a thing. We have to accept that. They will always try to sell you something. That's just it. Just happens. There's not really much you can do about that because they're just going to do it anyway.
Well, you can try to ignore it. I mean,
I don't. I honestly,
that's what I do, and it's worked out pretty well
yeah,
so far.
basically. I mean, me recognizing the Apple logo is not really all that sad, and I don't really
But you
feel
gotta be honest, sometimes ads do get in the way of everything like that.
ads to me
I
like
know if I didn't have the ad blocking plugin on my Firefox,
yeah.
I
YouTube can be
uh
annoying sometimes.
yeah, no, the commercial, like I know when I first started up, it's like, yeah, every now and then I'll get one ad, that's fine. But after a while, you get pop-ups, and then you get the ad before the thing, and then no.
Yeah. Look, I think of the way I think of advertising. I think of advertising. It's a necessary cog in a terrible machine. That's the problem. I mean, when you
What
think
kind of
about
machine?
it's a magical breakfast machine.
That doesn't sound too terrible.
It doesn't, but it's just all it does is shoot you. It doesn't even make breakfast at
Wow,
all.
damn,
Thank you, Seth
that
MacFarlane. No, but think about it. I mean, without advertising it creates more jobs. Most of them, it only supplies a demand. Really, I mean, we drink Coca-Cola not because we need it, but because most people like the taste. So therefore, they advertise it more because more people want to drink it. Etc. Um, Industries, if we didn't have advertising, businesses would probably go bankrupt almost as soon as they start, which creates less jobs, economy, etc. Smart sounding political terms.
what the fuck are we talking about on the video game podcast right now?
Advertising in video games and etc.
Yeah. Look, as long as it doesn't get in my way, I really don't care, but it probably will, so I'll be pissed off. There you go. That's how I feel. That's how everyone else feels about it. Summed it all up nicely in
Try telling Jake that
three
he
seconds.
keeps on having like these 20-minute discussions with me. I'm just like, Jake, advertising, it's a thing that everybody's always going to do. You bitching about it to me and me going, well, it's kind of a thing that needs to happen and it is going to happen, so we should just accept it.
What
He he just keeps on saying, he's like, they keep on doing it, like, because we don't say anything. I was like, lots of people hate YouTube ads, and lots of people, like, verbally and physically show their hatred for it, but they're still doing it.
Yeah. Well, what are the actual specifics of the ads that
They
Sony's going to be running?
no, they just patented it. They patented the idea, which will usually amount to nothing.
Oh,
They
I thought.
patented the
Yeah,
idea.
yeah, yeah, I know, yeah, I know what a patent is. Yeah, yeah, but I
Are you
thought.
sure? Because I said that, and then you were like,
Yeah, 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 but I figured maybe they had some sort of marketing plan or something already out
they'll
there.
probably just sell it out to some company, and then some company's like, I'll buy that for $1. Yeah,
Yeah,
RoboCop.
I need to watch RoboCop now.
Everybody go watch RoboCop. We need a RoboCop video game. Another
See,
one.
yeah, you say that, but I really, yeah, all right, fuck it, yeah,
Yep.
okay.
And
See,
Christopher Walken is
e-
RoboCop.
everything that's like good inside of me is telling me no, it'll be a bad idea and it'll lead to nothing but pain and misery.
Welcome to my idea of the Final Fantasy VII remake.
Yeah, but this is so much better. It's RoboCop.
Oh, yeah, it does have robots. Where, where we lost it.
Yeah, okay. What were we talking about? Yeah, ads.
Advertising.
Yeah.
Advertising. It's kind of it's just a thing that happens. You need to let it go. Just let it go, Jake. I know you're listening. Let it go, please.
Hi, Jake. I'm being friendly.
Just
Yeah.
Neil
What
Goldman of Quahog, Rhode Island.
what else have we played?
Um, I, didn't we already cover? I don't have. My life is Diablo now.
Really? Oh man.
I've been playing a little bit of Need for Speed actually. I went back to Hot Pursuit because
Okay. How's that?
it just keeps on reminding me that yeah, Need for Speed might actually turn into something good. And then I just saw Need for Speed The Run, and I was like, oh god,
Oh.
why? Actually, EA have put Need for Speed Most Wanted on their E3 showings list.
Okay.
That's
Well,
right,
that,
a game that's already out is on the E3 showing list.
yeah.
So
That's
I'm tipping maybe some form of sequel or remake, but basically, if anyone but Criterion or whatever the name is developing it, I think it's going to be bad because Hot Pursuit, best Need for Speed game I've played since Underground.
I've never been much into racing games, so right now it's
Ah,
what do you want from me?
Barcraft. Okay, let's talk esports. We haven't talked esports much on this.
Let's talk
Um,
esports.
we went to for you dear listeners, we went to Barcraft, which is
Set it up. Set up the scene.
so basically Andy, myself, Jake, Owen Kelly of
Nope, too much.
NoV.com.
Too
I
much.
tried.
You oversold it.
Uh,
We went to a bar and they had video games on TV, and I ordered a bunch of beer, and then I won a keyboard.
oh.
Are you entertained yet? No, but I really enjoyed it. I had a
Yeah,
good
I
time.
mean,
Yeah, I
you and
mean, what?
myself not being much of. They played the GSL StarCraft finals.
Hmm.
So for season two, I think it was what MVP versus Squirtle. There's probably some clan tags before those two
Yeah.
player names. But I mean,
XXX, quick scopes, XXX.
we had to find out who had the quickest scopes in StarCraft, and then Andy and I were disappointed to find out StarCraft was an RTS.
Yeah. What a bitch, huh?
Yeah.
Uh,
Um,
uh
but no,
yeah.
it was great. And I mean, and it was a really large showing. I mean, I think that's a good sign for esports as a whole. I mean, it's big over in Korea where they were being held,
Yeah.
but over here
Well,
in Australia, it's like nothing.
yeah. Well, I mean, I was on the Facebook page of the company that ran it, and there were some pictures of the previous nights, and yeah, there was a lot of people, way more than I thought would show up.
Yeah,
It sounds a positive sign to see people coming out
but I mean,
collecting
I
stuff.
think I look forward to. I think esports. You know, if chess is a sport, then so is video games. Damn it! If curling is an Olympic sport, then so are video games.
Hey, don't talk shit about curling.
It's.
It's it's like chimney sweeps on ice.
I think next, like in the London 2012 games, the theme song for the curling, his team is just chim chimney, chim chimney, chim chim chiroo. They just they,
I,
they
I'd
scrape
watch
the
it.
ice with the.
Well, no, see, they wouldn't have it at London, you dumb dumb, because
But
they'd
that's where
have it
Mary
at the
Poppins is
winter.
from.
They'd have it at the Winter Olympics,
Why
dummy.
not?
Because there's two. Because there's two seasons.
Why?
There's summer and winter.
Why can't they just do it in one
And
and they'll call it the Olympics in a
that's
big
that.
sign,
Is it a big neon sign with some
big
of the
neon,
light bulbs
but
out?
like the Y will flicker on and off occasionally because the bulbs just aren't quite igniting properly.
I like that. That's tacky, but it's also showy.
It says the Olympics are for rich people, but not too rich.
Chim chim chiroo. Yeah.
And this is
Um,
why we need Jake.
yeah, well, we have gotten a bit rusty because, for all of you listening, I don't talk. None of me and Jake and Josh, we don't talk when we're not on the podcast. So,
Yes.
yeah, it's been what, 3 weeks of us just sitting quietly in our rooms,
Staring.
twiddling our thumbs.
Well, basically, we hired out a room and then we just got three chairs. There's nothing else in the room. We just sit there
Yeah.
and stare at each other.
No, we don't. We hate each other, so we turn the chairs, so we sit back to back and look at the walls.
And then occasionally break out into burlesque.
A little bit, yeah.
But
That was
yeah,
good.
no, I mean, our schedules have been hectic. I feel
Oh
kind of
yeah,
bad we haven't done anything.
I don't.
Yeah, I
But
don't think anybody has even missed us.
I lack all empathy for. I think the biggest victim in all this has been Jake.
No, I think he's doing fine without it. Because I mean, like I said, I was at work today. I got home. I was like, Jake, we should record a podcast. He's like, I'm about to go to bed. I was like, okay. He's like, I do start at 6 tomorrow. I was like, I start at 6 as well.
That,
So
that's just weird to me. Like he gets up early, so he goes to bed earlier. I can't grasp that concept.
I can get to bed at 9:30, but I'm still not going to sleep till like at least
Yeah.
11. So
No,
I
see,
figured I got some time.
with me it's basically a case of, oh, I gotta get up early tomorrow. Looks like I'm gonna be tired as shit.
I better start brewing some coffee.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean,
Yeah, well, yeah, I got to start going to the gym and stuff as well.
that's for, going to the gym is for quitters.
Queers and fat people, and I'm
Yep.
the latter, not the former. Yeah, big words.
You you sure are one pretentious fat queer, you know that?
Actually, you want to hear something about one of my other tragic franchises? Oh yeah, for those of you listening, Andy has pointed out that I only love tragically doomed franchises. Um,
Sonic.
Sonic, Tony Hawk, loved Tony Hawk. Keyword Tony Hawk. And I
Yeah,
loved. Just
Tomb Raider.
Final Fantasy, Tomb Raider.
God.
What else do I love that turns to dust in my hands? As
Well,
I sob?
you were talking about Need for
Need
Speed.
for Speed. Oh God, where has it gone?
Oh,
Where have all the years gone?
God, you are such a tragic man.
I'm I'm like one of those
Do you
girls
s-
who just I fall in love with things that I think I can fix, and
do
then
you?
like months later realize I can't fix them and stop. Just break up with it.
I can see you just like when you're not recording this podcast, you're spending all your time just dressed in like a brown trench coat, standing on a pier, and with an overcast sky behind you, with the wind just rustling your hair.
Some
Just
like
look,
like some dude with a saxophone playing some
yeah,
slow, smooth tunes.
yeah. You're just looking out across like the cold blue ocean. Just my God, where has it all gone? Where have all the franchise that I loved gone? One day.
You used to love me, Final Fantasy, and
I
then
think
you gave a sequel to Final Fantasy 13. Swear I loved you,
and then
and you left me. You
you write
left
like
me in the cold.
you write a note, you put it in a bottle, you throw it in the ocean, and then you walk down the beach and you notice like the past month, there's just all the bottles have collected up onto the beach, and you see them. You're like, God damn
And then
it!
all of a sudden, message in a bottle just starts playing, and Sting walks out.
You you have to
This is gonna
buy.
be a very expensive black and white
Yeah,
shot. We're filming this, right?
we have to buy a lot of song rights. All right, so we're gonna get Sting.
We gotta.
Um,
Well, no, we
Take
have to
on Me.
outrightly purchase Sting. Like we can't just hire
Okay,
him.
buy
We have to
Sting.
buy him out. We just walk up to the rest of the police like, we'd like to buy Sting. He's
Oh,
a
the other
person,
two
he's not-
members.
No, excuse me. I'd like to buy Sting.
The other two members won't give a shit. They're like on bad
We
terms.
could no, we could just buy that dude from Moulin Rouge who sings Roxanne. I mean, he can do other police songs, right? The guy with the raspy, like, what's his name? Ah, the jazz guy, Tom.
You watched Moulin Rouge?
I have seen Moulin Rouge actually.
Really?
I like Baz Luhrmann. I think he makes good films. I
All
enjoyed it.
right.
I
Go-
enjoyed Romeo and
Okay.
Juliet, Moulin Rouge. Not so much Strictly Ballroom
God,
because it just
guy,
reminds me that I'm
you're
from
such a
Australia.
tragic fuck.
But yes, anyway, back to my tragic franchises.
Oh, God,
So Sting walks out onto the beach, message in a bottle plays, and then all of a sudden, like like a guy in a big costume, it's just the words Square Enix dancing around the pole, and then he starts singing Roxanne because clearly Square is just whoring themselves out to just look. Final Fantasy 13 was good, right? No. So we
so
should make a sequel, right? No. Well, we made a sequel.
so is this a movie or a show or just a
It's
video
it's one of
game
those
or
really shit Sundance Film Festival films. That
will
people are
there be
like there's
will
like five people who are like, oh, that was brilliant, and there's like the rest of them are just like, oh man, that was a biggest piece of shit, and the five people just get together, you didn't understand, and then walk away and start sipping on Shandon or whatever they sip, Moe Shandon. That's what rich people.
Yes, that's literally all they drink. But since this is like an Sundance Film Festival, there will be a scene of you crying in the shower,
No, no, no.
right?
It's like me with like one hand on the wall, and like you can see my back and like my
Yeah.
butt, and I'm just one hand on the wall underneath like the flowing shower head, and I'm just like shaking my head. Just where did the years go?
And
I
then
used to have
yes,
dreams.
Message in the Bottle starts playing again, and Sting walks in with Macarenas, and it'll be
Wait,
wonderful.
why does he have macarenas? Can
Cause
he have
he's Sting.
macaroons?
Cause he's Sting.
I like macaroons better.
You know you can't have macaroons.
Why?
I have a vision. I have to
I'm not
share it
gonna let you
with them.
stand in the way of my vision. But yes, tragic franchises. Tomb Raider teaser trailer. Right, that's where I was going with this.
All
They
right.
re- they they did the thing that Crisis did, and they released a trailer for their trailer.
Trailerception.
Trailerception. Leonardo DiCaprio face down on a beach with Tomb Raider. Apparently,
Good analogy.
I don't know where I'm going with this.
No, no, keep going. I like where this is going.
And then Sting walks onto the beach, and Message in a Bottle starts playing.
Oh God.
Okay, yeah, so they released a trailer advertising their new gameplay trailer, which is coming out May 31st. And I keep on telling myself I have high hopes for this game, but the truth is I just don't. I didn't enjoy Tomb Raider Legend, I didn't enjoy Tomb Raider Anniversary, and I certainly didn't enjoy Guardian of the Light or whatever that was. God.
You don't you don't even know what it was. You don't even consider it a game anymore. It's
It's
just
like it was like an isometric like third person action co-op thingy, and I was just, this isn't Tomb Raider. That's not Tomb Raider. Stop trying to be Tomb Raider.
you poor bastard.
Yeah, tragedy. Oh, that song Tragedy should start playing at the end as well as like
By
in
the
the
Bee Gees.
yeah, in the cursive words it just says Finn and then tragedy.
We have to buy out so many. All right, so we
So
gotta,
many. I think we could get a discount because didn't one of the Bee Gees die recently? Like that means we get a discount, right? Like
that's
it's
that's
one third
yes,
less expensive.
yes, yes. That's exactly. No,
What, too soon?
no. See, that's the thing. If we buy this song now,
Well,
it's
I mean,
just that
we're gonna
if
be
we
spending
buy
all
if
that
we
money
buy
on
it on
Sting.
discount, if we buy it on the discount, we're not gonna get his parts of the song.
Well, I mean, we're spending all of our budget on buying Sting outright. So, I mean, we've only got money left for either A, covers, or B, two-thirds of a
Why
Bee
don't we
Gees
just
song.
have Sting? We just wheel him out for this movie video game. I don't even know what the fuck it is anymore.
It's a Sundance Film Festival in Dream.
Okay, it's a Sundance Film Festival movie about what the fuck? What your
My tragic love of dead franchises that keep on trying to be alive. It's like they're on life support. No, there should be a scene where I'm in the hospital, like holding the hands of
of
the
of,
franchises I love.
of like
As
all of them at once?
yeah, that's a
Are
lot.
the
It's
are
a
the
lot of hands.
franchises like
They're in
just
hospital,
no, but are they like
hooked
played
up
by
to those machines
people
that keep them alive.
or
No,
props
no, they're
or
like costumes. that just have the words.
So like Square Enix on it and
No, like Final Fantasy, Tomb Raider,
okay.
Sonic. Well, actually, there's not a Sonic. There's like a small hedgehog that we've dyed blue, just on the table.
Well, why don't we use the character for him, but not for the other ones? Why don't you have like,
Because I don't know.
why don't you have an attractive, busty woman? Why don't you have a car? Why don't you have like 3 dozen homosexual Japanese school children? You know?
Well, yeah,
Huh?
actually, no, we could do that.
Yeah. Okay.
No, no,
Good.
isn't that
Good.
just more hands though? And I mean, it's really hard to hold a car.
Well, we don't hold it. We
It's like no, it's like a toy car. Like
Yeah, we just zoom in real close to make it look big.
it should.
Like I'll hold it up with my hands really close to the camera, and you stand far away.
Stand far away and just go.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Just making car noises.
Yeah, okay, so I'll pop
It's
down
gonna be
to
a
Toys
terrible
R Us.
movie.
No, it's gonna be great. I'm gonna pop down to Toys R Us. I'm gonna pick up a Transformer, right? So we get a car, and if later on in the film we need to somehow have a giant robot, we got that covered too. See? Just in case, you never know. You never know. We may need one.
What kind of monster have we created?
One that's gonna win at least one award at
And then,
Sundance.
yeah, it's gonna win one, and it's probably like just gonna be like some gold star award. Just you showed up. There you go.
The Silver Pigeon for best cinematography. For best use of giant robots.
Yes, Sundance have an award for that, right?
That
Yeah.
if they don't, I'll be pissed off. You know what? All the stuff of Sundance has just reminded me. Indie Game, the movie. You gonna buy that
What is it?
on Steam?
I've seen it. What just
It's
what?
a movie that talks about, it covers the I wouldn't say development, but it covers different areas of 3 indie games: Super Meat Boy, Fez, and Braid. So it talks to Ed McMillan.
So wait, like it's a movie?
Yeah, it's a movie. It talks about the people who made the games themselves, how they were created, et cetera, et cetera.
So basically stuff that I could get on YouTube, but you want me to pay for it?
Yes, yes, pretty much.
Yeah, sure. I have no concept of money. I'll buy that.
Excellent. Well, no, it's pretty interesting stuff
I
because
did buy Final Fantasy 13, so can't
yeah,
be worse than that.
yeah, that is
True
true.
story. I picked up the special collector's edition. $13, brand new. It was that bad.
Wow.
It's like a month after it came out.
Can we stop talking about it now? I feel dirty.
Excuse me, I have to go and do a black and white still frame of me in the shower while Sting sings "Message in a Bottle."
We're gonna win that silver pigeon, baby.
So many pigeons.
Ah. But yeah, no, I mean, what you got? Jonathan Blow, who made Braid. Um,
Blow.
Edmund
Sorry.
McMillan, who
Yeah.
made Super Meat Boy, and I think who made Fez. His name is
Oh,
I
the
think
guy who was
Phil Fish, I think.
yeah, Phil
Oh,
Fish.
yeah.
Like the guy who was a racist apparently, because he said Japanese games are weird.
Yeah,
I
yeah. I
can't
remember.
even remember, but I think I continued on with my life pretty consistently after that.
Nah, you know how it is. When since the internet became a thing, it's impossible to just keep everything
Oh, don't get me wrong. I'm pretty sure
nice.
the guy's a complete asshole.
No, he's probably a normal dude. He probably just said one thing jokingly, and they took it out of context. Maybe I don't remember. I don't even remember anymore. Fuck yeah, journalism. E3. We excited or what?
Oh yeah, you know why? Because there is absolutely nothing going on. Everybody's saving everything for E3,
Yeah.
and it's like, oh
Well,
god, just give
I
me
know
something.
there was a E3 pre-show.
Ooh, Tomb Raider. Tristan and I are actually going to have a Tomb Raider gameplay demo at E3.
Don't get hurt again, man. Don't don't do
I
this
just
shit.
want to believe in it, Andy.
No,
Just let me
it's not.
believe.
No, no. Believing only leads to bad things.
Ah, and the Wii U. Yeah, that name is final apparently. According to Nintendo, that is the final name for the Wii.
Yeah, but in all honesty, did anyone expect them to change it or give them a sensible, normal name?
Apparently so, because there was a couple of news articles about that. I was just like, wow, really? No, Nintendo are all about that.
Yeah, I mean,
You know what? I think the Wii U will be good for Nintendo. I think bringing them up to the HD sort of like graphics level. I mean, some of the Wii games, as much as I'm not a big Nintendo, like I'm not a massive Nintendo fan. I have a Wii, and there's a couple of really great gems on there, but that they could look so much better. Like I'd love to see Mario Galaxy in HD.
Oh yeah, that'd
Like
be
that,
good.
absolutely brilliant in terms of design. Like it's like really annoying to play because I feel that Mario should have
It's
not broken the
annoying.
screen controls.
It's annoying that there are more games that utilize all the graphic power of the current gen consoles, but use it to make, bright, poppy, standouty colors.
Yeah,
Instead,
I think
there's a lot of blue, no, not blue, gray and brown and crap
yeah.
like that.
I mean, there are a lot of really good like I mean Kirby in HD, like Kirby's Epic Yarn in HD.
Oh yeah,
Oh, that would have been so good.
yeah.
So I'm thinking, I think the Wii U, it's something I'll definitely look into it. If it's not too expensive, I might even like go there. It might give me a reason to dust off my Wii.
Hmm.
Yeah, I could.
Yeah.
Um, I just need a reason to play with my Wii again. Just drink it all in. You know what I mean?
I hate you, but I hate Nintendo more for giving you that setup.
Yeah, but I mean, it's gonna be good for them, and I don't think it'll end up being a loss unless it's like it has to be really bad for them to lose money on this. I think that's something.
Well, I mean, Nintendo is, I don't know, in my mind, that was they're a constant of the video game industry.
Yeah,
Yeah, as long as they keep pumping out the old franchises that they have.
yeah. It's
And
not necessarily a bad thing. It's just there's they have the Street Fighter syndrome. Like bringing out 3 billion versions of what is feels like essentially the same game is not going to make the game more fun. It's just, oh god,
I don't know,
Street
it
Fighter
varies.
Alpha Max Turbo Maximum Awesome Fury Swipe Bedazzled 3.
Swipe bedazzled. They should put that on the next cover box.
Oh yeah, I'm tipping Street Fighter 5 Swipe Bedazzled version.
I'm okay with this.
It's covered in rhinestones. But I mean, apparently, I was reading an article. Apparently, the best version, like the most graphically intense version of Alien Colonial Marines, might be coming to Wii U. Like, apparently, that's the one that's going to have the most like
It's
detail.
it's just gonna be one highly detailed frame, and that's it. It's gonna be like
It's a series of pictures.
it's a highly detailed frame, but and you have to use like the Wii remote. It scrambles up the pictures into a puzzle, and you gotta work the puzzle, and then you finish it up, and there's a colonial marine getting like the little alien mouth through his neck. That's what you get. $80. Yay or nay? I say nay, but that's just me.
That's
I'm
just me,
weird
a
like that.
normal person.
Yeah.
Uh, did you hear Game have finally announced that 60 stores will be closing,
Yeah.
which equates to I think they're running before I was reading the statistics before this like shop closing they were running on about maybe 500 staff Australia wide. They've axed about 264 jobs at store level, and then I think another 15 or 16 at head office level. So about 280 jobs just gone. It's over half their staff.
See, yeah, it always sucks to hear that people are losing jobs,
Yeah.
and that part sucks. So on the
Well,
human level, yeah, shitty. But on the consumer level, I did not care for game at all.
I
I never bought anything from there. Everything was always cheaper at JB Hi-Fi,
I
and
think
I could get better used game deals at EB. So,
I I talked to Owen about this, and I think I agreed with him, and he said it was just good to see that EB had someone to compete with.
oh
Like, I
yeah,
mean, JB, if they didn't sell video games, they'd still make tons off just DVDs and CDs alone.
uh-huh,
Yeah, and like just hardware.
yeah.
They probably make most of their money off those other things. You know, I don't think video games factor too much into that.
Oh no, they
And I mean,
definitely factor in some.
oh, somewhat, but not
Yeah,
as much as the other departments.
yeah, yeah. Well,
But I mean, it
I
was good just to have someone as like a direct competitor to EB.
Mm.
I think
It,
because
wa-
competition breeds excellence, really.
it was just a shame that that competitor wasn't anywhere near as good as EB. I mean, I remember
Oh
going
yeah,
into game, they didn't even like have a PC section. You would go in, there would be StarCraft, Diablo, and World of
World of
Warcraft,
Warcraft,
and
and
that's it.
like maybe like three other games, and
Maybe
they were
if you
like
were
they were
lucky.
like those point and click ones that you buy for your
Yeah,
mum or your
yeah.
grandma.
No, there was nothing there. It was a very shallow experience.
But they're closing the branch near us. They're closing the Bayside Frankston one, so I'm
Hmm?
thinking go in there,
Starbucks.
snap up all the bargains.
What bargains? They don't have any games.
Exactly.
Game has no
I
games.
have a PS3 and they have plenty of PS3 games.
Yeah, all right, I'll go in. So they're having closing down sales,
I
yeah?
assume they'll have to. They'd have to.
Yeah.
They'll try and make what little money they can. Well, basically they closed 60 stores, and those 60 stores was chosen based on profitability
Uh-huh.
and like income, like for the company.
Yeah.
So there's 60 least selling stores. So I think there's still the branch at Southland. I think there's one at Chadson down our way in Victoria. I
Okay.
think those are the only two off the top of my head that I can think of that
I wasn't
weren't on that
100%
list.
keeping up with the story. Like, do you think they're going to be closing down all of the stores eventually, or?
I think they're done.
Yeah.
I think Game the franchise and Game the company. I think they're done. The UK branches have been in administration since what February, I think,
Yeah, about
something
that.
like that, and then they've only done ours now because they were hoping to find somebody to buy out the Australian branches,
Mm-hmm.
but nobody's done that. So I think we can pretty much. I think it's curtain time for Game as
Al
as the
Also,
yeah.
um, shitty name choice. I mean, really, game. It's just you. You couldn't have called it something else. Like EB Games, at least put EB. I mean, Electronic Boutique. That sounds fancy. And yeah, they
Is a
could have just.
boutique is a boutique that really sells it to you.
It is. It is. You feel. Well, you don't, but you like to feel like you're walking into a fancy jewelry store. You see, a boutique somewhere on Rodeo Drive, and then you buy your shitty point and click adventure game and you go home disappointed. That's what I want. That's
You
what
live in a
Andy
very,
wants.
very grim reality. Like at least I love in my world. I love as it turns to dust in my hands and I sob deeply. But you're just like, it stinks.
It's
Everything stinks.
I live in a very grim post-apocalyptic world where everything is exactly the same, but just slightly more annoying.
Hey, Andy,
I'm
you get a Diablo? Yeah, just seems
yeah,
annoying.
I am the road warrior. Like you know that scene in Mad Max 2 where the Marauders are outside the camp and the guys are like just we don't have to fight. Just give us the oil. Yeah, you know that scene?
Yeah.
That's my every single day. If instead of Marauders and a camp and oil, it's me logging onto YouTube. There's a shitty ad. I'm like, fuck, I forgot to turn ad block on, and I turn it on.
That is literally the worst explanation I've ever heard, and the worst Mad Max juxtaposition you've ever made.
I've made a few, haven't I? I think,
I
yeah.
think Mad Max is the new Dragon Ball Z abridged.
Wow, that's
That's a big call.
not at all correct, but okay.
Everything's coming up Millhouse.
Yeah.
Uh,
Um, Listen, you want to wrap this up because I want to play Diablo 3 now. I don't think no one's been listening for the past. We've
I
been
don't
doing
think
this.
I've been listening for like the
Yeah,
past
we've been
30
doing this
minutes.
for what, about an hour? I don't think
Yeah,
anyone's been listening past the 3 minute mark. So we should probably wrap it up about now.
yeah.
I'm thinking, yeah.
Alright. Well, we'll see you guys on the flippity flop.
Yeah, Diablo.